Okay, today we're going to be reviewing and shooting the Glock 19. It's a compact 9mm with a 4-inch barrel. It comes with 2 magazines that hold 15 rounds each. And it doesn't have an infrared front sight. It's got the standard white sights, but I really like these, the single dot up front. And then we're going to do some shooting, and then we'll let you know his and hers reviews, what we think of the Glock 19. So again, we're shooting the Glock 19 today. The magazine holds 15 rounds, comes with 2 magazines. It's a 9mm with a 4-inch barrel. It's compact. Ready?
Ready.
Alright. Well, I got those 2. Let's walk up and see how I did on the paper targets. I really liked it. It's really easy to shoot. The trigger is just a really easy trigger pull. It's bigger around, of course, than my car, which I've been shooting lately for my small hands. I have really tiny hands, but it's not bad. It's not hard at all for me to wrap my hand around, get my finger on the trigger, and again, it's a really easy trigger pull. Let's go see how.
Nice, close group.
Yeah, those 2 are good. Those 2 are pretty close, not as close. Those 2 are closer, pretty close.
Nice, looks
and then
good.
the 2 discs, of course, that I got. Good. Your turn.
The Glock 19. So, a lot of people have reviewed this gun. It's probably one of the most popular 9mm guns ever, potentially. Glocks are one of those guns that originally, when the whole striker fired thing started, I wasn't a big fan of Glocks. I bought a lot of other striker fired, and we have the Glock 20 in 10mm, and it's a really big gun, and it's a great gun, but I wasn't a big fan of it. Now, step forward and over the years and all the different striker fired 9mm that we've shot, this is my favorite. I have to admit, I am a Glock fan now, and I never used to be. I was always a 1911 fan. This is for a 4-inch barrel, compact 9mm, it holds 15 rounds. This is the most compact there is. And it is just a phenomenal gun. Let's do a little bit of shooting with it. Ready?
Ready.
Love it. Love this gun. So the biggest thing about this gun is your bore axis is so low to your hand, so you really have very little, if any, muzzle flip. It's just so controllable. It does have a wider grip on it, and it doesn't seem to affect Karen, though. She says, yeah, you got to get used to it. It's a little bit wider grip. For me, it's perfect. I love it. It just fits perfect in my hand. Anyway, let's take a look real quick. We are clear. Well, I shot twice. I'm not sure what happened there. And I only shot twice here too, so. And I only shot twice here. I guess we didn't tape. But anyway, and then the 2 discs. Okay, let's just do a little bit more shooting with that.
So we're still shooting and talking about the Glock 19, the 9mm 4-inch barrel compact. And right now I want to take a look at how easy it is to load the magazine, because some of these I've shown before on here are not easy to load, even 9mm. For example, my Smith & Wesson M&P is a lot harder than this to load. I bought a speed loader, which we can show another time to remedy that. But this is not hard at all for small fingers, small hands to load up. I just put 4 in. And another thing that we should mention is how easy this slide is to pull back. For example, I think the last gun that we reviewed was my new car. And as Brad informed me, those are notorious for not pulling the slide all the way back and therefore not loading around. And we actually saw that on the video the first time I was shooting it. This is just almost as easy as my Walther PK 380 to pull the slide back and chamber around. It's almost as easy. That one is just like butter though. A child could do it. So anyway, just wanted to mention how easy it is to load the magazine and pull the slide back on this Glock 19.
Clear.
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 Clear. So again, we just finished shooting the Glock 19 compact 4-inch barrel, 9mm. Really easy to pull the slide back and chamber around like we showed earlier. Also really easy to load rounds into the magazine. Really easy to shoot. I mean, the trigger's really nice on this gun. It's just, there's not a lot of recoil. It's really just an easy to shoot gun. Pretty accurate, and not hard to be accurate with this gun at all. So I like it. Again, a little bit bigger for the smaller hands, but nothing, I mean, since the trigger's so easy, it's just nothing you can't work with.
With the bigger grip on it, do you have a problem with your finger on the trigger? Are you reaching for the trigger, or does it
No, and a lot of them I am, and I have to intentionally rotate my hand further around so that I can get my finger on the trigger. This one I'm not. I'm just, the trigger probably sits back farther than some of the other guns that we shoot with, but I do not have to rotate my hand around. And again, I have small hands for a woman.
Clear.
Clear.
Boy, that was good. Good tight group.
Good group.
And
oh, that one is too.
That one is too. And that one's a little bit wider. So, confessions from a Glock hater. I love this gun. Glock 19 is one of my favorite by far. We all know what kind of reliability Glock makes with their guns. You can look at all kinds of reviews of basically torture tests on all of the Glocks, and they're phenomenal. So anyway, Glock 19, you can't go wrong with this gun. I think male or female, anybody would love this gun, and it's very, very concealable. And for 15 rounds in a small package, it's a great way to go.